Hello everyone, my name is Smithy and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be talking about leagues for Trailblazer Reloaded, which is the league that's going to be starting. I'm recording this on the 23rd of October and it's going to be starting on the 15th of November. So just under a month away from the kickoff, and I thought I'd share kind of my thoughts on starting out. Dare I say a guide on starting out in a league, specifically for, Trailblazer Reloaded. Now, we all know Trailblazer was the second league, and Trailblazer Reloaded, as you can probably tell by the name, is a kind of rerun of that league. Now, Jagex have been pretty keeping things under wraps on what we can, what we can look forward to seeing in this league. But they have told us that the list of tasks has actually changed this league around. Now that means that we can't copy and paste those those list of tasks that we all put together when we all took part in Trailblazer last time around. So I reckon it's not going to change that much because let's face it, there's only so much shit that you can actually do in this game and get points for. So I think for the most part, the easy tasks are going to be pretty level with what we saw last time. Now, starting out, best thing to do is to focus on those tasks. Now, the way that you unlock your relics and the way that you unlock new areas is through completing tasks, gaining points, progressing through the kind of inbuilt progression system. Now, each time that you're, you go up to another tier of relic, you're getting certain buffs, whether that being XP boosts, whether that being drop rate boosts. They might even throw in some other bits and pieces this time around, who knows, in addition to the relics that you pick. So really, starting out, easy tasks, easy tasks, easy tasks. They are going to be your best friend for, progressing up the ranks and, moving on to content that you actually want to unlock. Same as last time, we're going to be able to unlock 3 areas. Now, I've heard a little bit through the grapevine that potentially that could be slightly different this time. Maybe we don't just lock into the 3 that we pick. I don't know how true that is, but I guess we shall find out in a few weeks. But obviously, picking your 3 locations or areas that you're going to be unlocking is kind of the point of this league, isn't it? But progressing on to ones that can unlock more easy tasks and more medium tasks and just easier in general, not necessarily easy. Ones that you can knock off quick and get your points under your belt. Like I said, Jagex are going to be reworking those tasks. So how much can you really rework? I mean, there's added content since, 2-3 years ago when Trailblazer happened. But I think for the most part, the kind of core tasks that we got last time, like chop 50 willow logs, burn 50 willow logs, catch some fish, and all that sort of stuff, is going to be, I think, pretty... I put money on it being there as your first lot of tasks that are available to you, especially the fact that we're starting in Mistlin like last time as well, and we will have Karamja unlocked too, which means I'm looking forward to seeing some low-level fire capes getting achieved with some absolutely stupid setups, because that's a given. So personally, obviously we're going to be starting in Lumbridge, because that's, unless they changed it, because they have changed it in the past, but I think probably a safe bet we're starting in Lumbridge. Starting off, I think what I'm going to be going for, and what I recommend to anyone who's looking to take part in leagues this time, is working your way to Varrock as soon as you get started, and doing as many tasks on the way towards Varrock as well. So we're going to be starting off with the usual kind of items that you get when you make a new account. We will all be Iron Man accounts as well, so no trading. Welcome to my life. No trading. Iron Man, by the way. So yeah, as you're progressing your way to Varrock, doing as many tasks as you can, and ticking them all off. So when you get to Varrock, you've got a few hundred points under your belt. You're ready to, start upping the gaming. some kind of early, just on that point as well, because I want to touch on a few things when we get to Varrock. Some early game moneymakers. Obviously, the Stronghold, you get a free 10k for proving to Jagex that you're not going to sell your account or something. So that is a good little base amount of money to get you started. 10k for an early game, or for a starting Iron Man account, is pretty massive, especially for buying, runes, and a fire battle staff would be pretty sick to get early on. A Chronicle as well, that's always a good shout. Little teleport away or teleport back to Varrock while your magic's quite low. But, realistically, your magic's going to level up pretty... Oh, fuck's sake. I way overshot what I can fletch. But anyway, so Stronghold, good. Sorry, I just hiding my bank pin. I'm not going to give you my bank pin. Come on. Stronghold, good. 10k, good. Fletching, which is something I was going to bloody do on this, but I don't have 90 fletching. Whoops. Fletching, always a great source of money for low-level accounts. Whether that's, chopping up wood, fletching it into bows, unstrung bows, because bowstrings are going to be a pain in the ass to get when we're starting off in Lumbridge and surrounding areas. Selling them to the general stores. I always recommend... I'm going to say this now and everyone's going to probably go there, but you've got the murder house that I like to call it, which is... where are we? There's Varrock. In Rimington. So you've got the murder house here. You've got some willows here. Yes, willows. And then you've got a shop that you can sell to. That's how I did my Tile Man mode account. Started off here. Chop willows. You can burn willows there if you want as well. But chop them, fletch them, sell them. Boom. Chop, fletch, sell. Chops, fletch, sell. Decent little money maker. Especially getting you started. Obviously, Lumbridge has a lot of people that you can thieve as well, and it's always good to get early thieving levels so you can then, go on to thieve tea stalls, cake stalls for food suppliers and all that fun stuff. Clues, if clues work the same way as the last few leagues, clues are going to be very, very good for some early level gear upgrades, but also some money as well, because you can sell all the crap that you don't want. Good. Thumbs up to clues. And I believe that they're going to be region locked as well. So you can only get clue steps in the areas that you have unlocked. So thumbs up to that, Jagex, if that is still a thing. There's probably going to be some money-oriented relics as well. So maybe factor some of those into your plans as well if you're looking to make absolute bank. I don't know why, because you can't... I guess, can you do the trading thing that people do in Dead Man? Either way. I mean, you could be cash rich in leagues and do whatever you want. Everything your heart desires. But anyway, moving on for moneymakers. And back to our journey from Lumbridge to Varrock. Now, there's a lot of quests in Lumbridge. You're going to want to get a few quests, like easy quests done early days or early doors, because they're probably going to be a task. Some of them, it's good to wait until later on to get them, because the XP drops are going to be multiplied, which you want to take full advantage of that. So there's going to be some crazy XP drops on these on some of the big boy quests. But picking up all the items for Cook's Assistant while you're walking through Lumbridge Town. You've got the egg that you can get in a couple of spots in the different farms. You'll have a bucket on you so you can milk a cow, and you'll have a pot on you as well so you can go to the flour mill and make some bread. Well, not some bread. What am I on about? Make some flour to go and make your cake. And then, while we've moved on to Varrock, we've got to Varrock. While you're there, hit up the Stronghold, obviously. Get your 10k, your fat stacks, dare I say. And when you finish there and you're coming back towards Varrock, start Gertrude's Cat. That's a good one to get done as well. While you're doing Gertrude's, you can stop off at the museum and get your Slayer and Hunter XP that you get from doing that museum quiz, which is nice to get you started on Slayer, because Slayer is one of the best moneymakers in the game. And especially if you start looking at some of the areas that you can unlock, especially like Mauritania with the Slayer Tower. That's gold. Always believe in your soul. I don't know why I'm singing Spandau Ballet, but anyway. So when you're in Varrock as well, good quest to get done for kind of quick levels is Daddy's Home. That will give you some early construction XP. It'll also give you some resources for construction, which is always good because construction is a money sink, and if you can get some free shit for that, happy days. Also, while you're in Varrock, recommend buying some runes from the rune store there. If you've got the spare money, a fire staff as well would be sick. Because that then leads me on to one thing that a lot of people did last time around, which is a really good one to get done early, and also there's quite a lot of tasks behind it as well, is going to the Enchanted Valley for a rune axe. Now, if we do get the Draymond Star from the get-go, like we have in the previous leagues, and we have Fairy Rings unlocked, it means that we can go to the Enchanted Valley using the BKQ Fairy Ring code. There'll probably be a task for going into Xanaris as well. So that's another task that you can get done, checked off, titting, off the list. Probably an easy or a medium task. That's a few points there if it is a medium. Then head over to the Nature Spirits. You can safe spot them, and you want to burn through the runes that you've bought on those. That will give you some really decent magic levels. And also, not only do they drop axes, they drop runes too. Nature runes, to be specific. Now, we're going to be getting probably some decent levels in magic while we're doing the nature spirits. We should likely to get up to level 50. Is it 55? I can't remember. 55 or 50? 55. 55 is pretty easy to get to, especially with all the buffed rates and all that shit. So, nature runes, good. Alchemy, good. Money, very good. So, especially if you're going to get some dupes on those axes, you can just sit there and alchem while you're killing mindlessly trees that have come back to life. I think last time I went pretty trying a rune axe, it took me a fair few trips to get it. Hopefully you have better luck than me, because my runey RNG is trash. But yeah, when you're out of runes, you should have enough to hire alch. And you should also have high enough magic to go and do a nice easy quest that will give you a nice amount of attack XP. I bet you're thinking, oh, I know this one. It's Vampire Slayer. So because we come back to Xanaris, we go through the Looking Hole. Is it that the Looking Hole in Alice in Wonderland? Anyway, we go back to Lumbridge Swamp. We're gonna head to Draenor. We're going to start Vampire Slayer. While we're in Draenor, making our way downtown, walking fast, and I'm Draenor bound, we're going to pop in Wizzy Tower, and we're going to get Rune Mystery started as well, because when we need to go to the Blue Moon Inn for Vampire Slayer, God, jumping ahead then, we can also do Rune Mysteries as well, because they're both in the same sort of area and same kind of quest path. Always good to knock off a few quests at a time with these early ones, because they're fucking boring. And you might as well save yourself doing the same trips 10 times if you can do it in one, right? So getting them 2 quests ticked off, you get unlocked rune crafting, rune crafting, but there's probably going to be some tasks behind rune crafting, like going into the air altar, going into the water altar, all that fun stuff. So yeah, 2 good ones to get ticked off early. So to give you an idea of what I'm talking about, because I'm not actually showing anything, I'm just showing me chopping bloody trees. So we're going to be starting off. Where are we? Boom, Lumbridge. We're making our way. Probably best if you go around like this way to Varrock. Yeah, like this way, because you can hit the windmill to get your flour. There's an egg that spawns here. That's probably going to be a pain in the ass to try and get. But there's also a cow that you can milk here. Work your way up. Boom, boom, boom. Get to Barbarian Village. Stronghold it. Done that. Walk this way. Gertrude's Cat. Walk through 10. Spend your cash. Walk up to museum. Boom. I think Daddy's Home you start here. I think it could be there. If not, it's down. Is it this one? Show me. Either way, start Daddy's Quest while you're knocking about around here. Romeo and Juliet, that's another one. That's probably going to be an easy task. You can do that because Romeo's chilling in the middle here. I guess you could start Demon Slayer if you really feel like it. I'm probably not going to. That's probably a good one to save for a bit later. when you've got some more, better stats and all that fun stuff. So, yeah, that's kind of my starting strategy for like the first hour. I will be doing another video where I'm going through my actual plan, my full plan. I'm a man with a plan, and going through what areas I'm going to be unlocking as well, which leads me on to the last thing I want to talk about, and that is the regions. Now, obviously, RuneScape's or the Gielinor is going to be divided up into segments that we can unlock, and depending on what you want to get out of the league, what content you want to do, if you want to try new things, or if you just want to do the same shit that you do every day, click endlessly until big item drops. You do you, you do you. Now there's probably three locations that are going to be kind of feeder unlocks for future unlocks. Now, these are three areas that are going to have probably some, again, mindless, brain-dead tasks, like chop this amount of wood, do this, do that. Easy stuff that you can knock off, get some more points under your belt, and, get onto the fun content that you actually want to be doing. Those three are Korend, that does have so much land. Look at Korend. Look at all that. All that stuff, all that content. You've got early game, you've got kind of mid game, and then you've got end game shit like chambers, which, spoiler alert, I'm going to be unlocking because, yes, please, I want to do chambers with some cracked relics and stuff like that. Korend, Asgarnia, there's another one, and Kandarin. Asgarnia also has some, I say end game, but late mid game, start of end game stuff with like God Wars and things like that. Again, really, really fun stuff with League's Relics. I remember me doing Bando's last Trailblazer League, wearing complete fashion scape and just one-shotting him. Not one-shotting, but you get what I mean. Anyway, Korend, Asgarnia, Kandarin are a shout for your first pick. There's a lot of lower-level content. Korend especially has a lot of low-end content. You got things like Tithe Farm, which are going to elevate your farming, because farming's a pain in the arse starting off. And the XP drops that you get normally at Tithe Farm are insane. So, good. Tithe Farm, good. But yeah, they're going to be sick for kind of early points, easy tasks, and then moving on to unlocking your next area. When you're looking at some of your later picks, you've got kind of the more difficult area content with things like the wilderness, if you want to go and do some spooky wilderness content, especially with the revamp that Jagex have done to the wilderness bosses and all that fun stuff. A lot of really fresh content that you can go and do. Some people last time were like, oh, it's going to be camped out, and clans are just going to one-shot you and all that fun stuff, or not so fun stuff. Wasn't really the case. I remember my second account that I had was a wilderness one, but I don't remember getting PK'd much, if at all. So that's one to think about if you want to do some kind of PVMing. Another one is Fremennik. You've got the Phantom Musfa there. That is in Fremeny, isn't it? Yeah, I think it is in Fremennik. Which... that loot table is insane. And that new bow, is it Venonata bow? No, that's the spider one, isn't it? The one that shoots a load of... that bow, you know what I mean. That's going to be insane with those range relics. It's one to think about if you're doing a range build. A lot of fun stuff, Warcath, DKs, all that stuff. More like middle account, end goal kind of stuff. Another one is the desert. Now, the desert last time was dead as a dodo. I think it was one of the least picked areas. Now it's probably going to be one of the most highly picked areas because of TOA. All of these... and then the other one is Mauritania. You've got things like Barrows. You've got another endgame thing of Theatre of Blood. Again, one of the more difficult areas. It's high-level Slayer stuff there as well, with the Abyssal Demons, Gargoyles, the Dawn and Dusk, the Grotesque Guardians, all that sort of stuff. One thing to think about though with Mauritania, if you want a Slayer helm, it's the only place you can get a Black Master, then make your Slayer helm, so bear that in mind. But these kind of 4 areas, I would say, are a couple of them probably second pick, maybe even third picks, because, you know, I can see the tasks that you unlock, or get access to, I should say, not unlock, get access to in those areas are going to be more difficult, more challenging ones. There's not a lot of low-end content there, but there's a lot of fun content. So probably your later picks that you want to be looking at for those areas. You do have things like, is it Tirwin, where Prith is, and Zulrah and Zalcano and God, the Gauntlet. They're all there as well in Tirwin. Probably butchering that name, but I don't give a shit. That's kind of like a, if you want to do all that shit, fair, go on then. But there again, there's so much rich content in those areas as well. But probably your third pick or second pick if you want. If you're really gagging to do some Gauntlet, second pick. Trying to think of the other areas. Here we go. We've already got Misselin, we've already got Karamja. Asgarnia we covered, Kandrin. I think I've hit all of them. To give you an idea of the points, because points mean prizes that we had last time, you've got Kandarin, Mauritania, and the Wilderness with over 10k points against. Fremi was just under 10k. Asgarnia had 9k. So did Tyrann, Elven Lands, and then Karanja and Misselin had just over 7,000 each. And the Desert was just under 8k, but that's probably going to be way more now with TOA there. I mean, especially, did we have combat achievements last time? I can't remember if we did or not. I can't remember how new those are. They kind of just appeared one day on my account and I went, "Ooh, that's fun." So I reckon there's probably going to be quite a lot of focus around the combat achievements because they've had a little bit of a revamp recently as well. But yeah. Oh my God, I've just seen how long this is going to be going on for this league. It's going on until 10th of January. 8 weeks, so we've got 2 full months of gaming to do. Fuck yeah. So 15th of November until the 10th of January. The whole point of leagues is having a good old time. The community around leagues is sick. Every time I do my league series, because I will be doing a full progression series, the kind of community that forms around those videos is really wholesome. And I'm looking forward to getting cracking on that and pumping out the daily videos for a bit. That's always fun. If you do want to come and chat some leagues, and we might even be running. Sorry, I dropped my pen. We might even be running some form of bingo event during leagues as well. If you want to get involved in that, come join the Discord, which will be linked to the pinned comment and the description. And subscribe for more leagues content. There's a lot more shit that we can talk about before league starts. Like I said, I will be having my full planned out full planned out thing of what I'm going to be doing closer to the release date of leagues. Maybe I've been chatting shit and you've got some thoughts and you want to correct me on things, you want to throw some ideas into the mix. Drop them in the comment section down below because I read and reply to every single one if I can. I mean, if you just say nice, I mean, can I reply? I'll say nice back. All right, I'll say nice back. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video as well. It's always a bit difficult putting together these leagues kind of walkthrough or discussion videos when Jagex are keeping everything very close to their chest. So, thank you all so much for watching and listening to this kind of, I guess, podcasty style video, which I kind of enjoy doing. It means I don't have to do any more Gauntlet at the moment because that's what I'm doing at the moment. There we go, a little sneak peek for next video on the Iron Man series. But anyway, I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe. I'll see you all in another video. Bye.